Hi guys, so I know that this isn't really makeup related. If you're on my home blog, then I guess this is just whatever, but if you're on my makeup blog, then you'll see that this is something that's not exactly something I talk about all the time, but I thought it might be fun because I'm really into crafting too and seeing things on Pinterest and having fun with them, so I wanted to share a couple things with you guys that I'm doing right now. One of the first things is I'm going to be having, I'm not a consultant for Pampered Chef or anything, but I'm going to be hosting a party so I can get to know my new neighbors in this new house that we just moved into. And so for it, I've been doing some door prizes. I know that she's going to be giving away some door prizes, but I'm excited to give some away too. And so something that I love doing, I love making apothecary jars. Let me actually grab a couple really quickly. Okay, so it's Halloween time right now, so I made these apothecary jars. I saw the idea on Pinterest, and then also I helped out a friend by making her wedding reception look great, and I did a candy bar for her, so we filled these up with candy. But these are quite inexpensive to make. I got this from the dollar store, meaning the jar. It's cylindrical and just fabulous. They don't sell them anymore, which made me really, really sad. But this candlestick is also from the dollar store. It comes, however, looking like this. So it's just clear glass. It's just $1, obviously, because it comes from the dollar store. And then this up here is actually, I got it from a place called Hobby Lobby, but I bet you can find it at any craft store. It's just one of these bases like that. And then the finial goes right on top. And I just use the Gorilla Glue, which I accidentally called monkey glue once. I'm like, where do you find your monkey glue? Can you give that to me? Yeah, complete silly girl. But anyway, so this is one of the ones that I made, and then this was the other one, so it's fun, and the skulls and the Spanish moss, and these are just navy beans that I keep. I have totes, you know, those big plastic jugs down, or plastic bins downstairs, and each of them has a different craft or holiday in it. And so for the Pampered Chef party, I thought, I really like apothecary jars. They're all up above my cabinetry and everything, and I just love them. So what I thought is, why not make or buy the set for someone to make? And so this one would go on top like that. And then I bought the little finial to go up there. So I thought, how fun. The reason I'm not going to have it finished, though, is that for me, I have found that cream works best with every single holiday. So I actually keep all my candy from, like, these are probably a couple years old, the candy corn, and so the boys know not to eat them or anything. They go right back into a Ziploc bag, go right back in for use for holidays. I also have the conversation hearts that I fill a more bulbous apothecary jar with. I also have another apothecary jar. This one I didn't make, but I put in just the licorice ropes, and it says spider legs. I think it got wiped off a little bit, so I have to use chalk and put it on there again, but it says spider legs. But in this one, I'll put red for Valentine's Day and all that kind of stuff. So I thought that was fun, and cream works best for me, but I wanted someone to be able to spray paint this completely what they want. So that's going to be one of the door prizes. And another thing that I'm just going to put out, I'm really excited for. This is another thing that I saw on Pinterest. These are the bags that are for, mostly for the long pretzels that you dip in chocolate and whatever. But at the top of this, I'm going to, oh heavens, where did I put it? I was just holding it at the very beginning of this. Well, I'm going to use tulle and tie a cute little bow. And then on the front of this, I'm going to take a Sharpie and let's see if we can just do this really quickly. 2 eyes and a mouth. And if you can see, it makes it a cute little ghost. So I'm going to actually have a whole bunch of these in a bowl for people to just take if they want. I also have another ribbon that I might use because it's more Halloween. So I might put the orange with the black up on top. But I thought that these were really, really cute. And you just use, like I said, those long bags and then regular marshmallows. Fun. Here it was. Tulle. I bought a ton of tulle. I like to get this when it's on sale because I really like making wreaths. If you look over here into my corner, that's my sink that has tons of dishes in it, but that's a tulle wreath with some fun stuff on it. But for the party, I wanted to be able to give one away. And so I made a mini one that could either sit like that one on an actual stand, or you can hang it from somewhere on a cabinet or a pantry door or something. And then I just want to make something that says either trick or treat or boo or just something cute. So that's another one of the giveaways. I love working with felt. I think felt is so much fun, and I think that's been a really huge thing to do. These are well, not even halfway done, but these are super cute. They're all just pinned in here. They're circles. I use the IKEA cups. I trace it on the felt, cut it out, and so I have tons and tons of circles. And as soon as this is done, it'll be all completely covered, and then I place it on top of a candlestick. This is probably the candlestick that I'll use, and it'll look really cute. Do this when it's all done and sitting on top. And I'm also doing one in orange. And to cut it out, I had to trace with a black Sharpie, but I actually like, if you can see, that the edges are black. So I really like that. And that's not a giveaway, but that's just something that I'm making that I thought was really fun. So I just buy these sheets at the store, use the cup, and that's about the size that I make. And then once you have your circle, I fold the circle in half and then fold it in half again and then pin it in there. And I try to keep it nice and close to the other ones that I've pinned around. And I just use those ballpoint needles that have the little ball on top, hence ballpoint needles. Another thing that I'm doing that I think is fun is I have, oh, that pumpkin's gonna fall. Nope. Oh, score. So I went to a craft store and I just bought some fun paper. I bought this and the polka dotted one. And I'm not finished with it yet, but what I'm going to be doing is from the ceiling, I'm going to be having, from the ceiling, I'm going to be hanging these, and it's going to be one huge circle. So you just do the fan type thing, and you'll be like holding it in the middle. You can tell I'm still not done. So it's going to go all the way around, and it'll be one big fan, and in the middle it'll have like a witch decal or something like that. I've only ever had one Pampered Chef party before, and it was, which I recommend to anyone that's getting married, a Pampered Chef bridal shower where I got like everything Pampered Chef, and it's been so amazing. But they've changed it. Well, they haven't changed it. I just don't remember this as being the thing. But I go out and I get all the food, and what I decided to do was I have a fun easel, and then I just find a frame, a random frame. I even got this from like DI, I think, so it was like $1.50. But then I got some, and I love fleur-de-lis. It's everywhere that I have. But then I use a white erase board marker, and then this is going to, white erase board marker, can I say that? Whiteboard marker? Oh. But it's going to have the menu on here, and it's going to be right there so that when everybody comes, it'll just be up and cute. So I'm excited for that. I'm running out of space back here of where to put things. Yeah, let's see, what else do we have? Oh, I really think that this adds some fun flair, especially when you need to have a table decoration. At the dollar store, they have this creepy cover, and it's just going to be my table runner. So it's going to be on our glass table going across. And then I have 2 goblets that come out, and this black sand you can just buy at Michael's or somewhere. And then I have these long feathers, so they're actually going to fan out. So 2 on either side of whatever I put in the middle, and then just the big black feathers and stuff. And my computer's actually sitting on top of something that I just made. if you'll notice. This was a charger that I got from Hobby Lobby, and then a candlestick that I just bought, and I glued it together, and I just need to spray paint the bottom, but I just made mine cream, so it's kind of like a cake stand. But I'm going to put Spanish moss on it, and then just the skull in the middle. I don't know if it's warped or not. I really like Halloween, and I love decorating for Halloween. I like going around Halloween time. I just think it's one of the most fun times ever. And I want to hear from you about what crafts you're doing. And oh, isn't this I can't find my wedding ring, so my son at his school night bought me a ring, and I thought it was really sweet, so it's now very special. But tell me what you guys are doing, and tell me what kinds of things that you're working on and what holidays are your favorites, and if you would even like to hear more about this kind of stuff on this blog, since it's a cosmetics blog, because I've got a lot of stuff for Christmas too. And I probably could find a few more things for Halloween time, because I got a lot of stuff for Halloween. It's kind of fun. One thing, actually, let me show you. These pumpkins you can find at the dollar store, and usually they have a little thing on top. Of me, my friend twisted them out and actually made a wreath full of little things. But then I didn't know what to do with this, and so what I grabbed was just a normal shish kebab skewer, and I stuck it in, and I made a tower of pumpkins. And so now I just need to find the wooden letters that say B-O-O, and it'll say boo, if you didn't know what B-O-O spelled. But yeah, it should be fun. So I'm excited, and yeah, it's good. So that's the last thing. That's the last thing I'm going to show you. But show me yours. Show me what you guys have and what you're doing and what your favorite holiday is, and I would love to be inspired by you. Okay, talk to you guys later. Bye.